Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update on Charlotte. So this past week, we were able to reconnect with her neurologist, and she also reconnected with one of the neurosurgeons who looked after her in the hospital. The neurosurgeon appointment was just to make sure that she's cleared and good to go to be put under for her MRI that's coming up this month. And the neurology was to check to see where her new baseline is in terms of how she's recovering from all of the stuff that was going on with her spinal cord. Neurology appointment went really well. He feels really good with how she looks and how isn't concerned about anything with her spinal cord or the syrinx at this point, which is really good news. She's improved a lot from the baseline that she was at prior to surgery. All things that we wanted to hear, and it's pointing to hopefully really good news with this MRI. On the other hand, there are new symptoms that are coming out. One of the things that we were seeing right before surgery was that she had this increased episodes of confusion, didn't really know what was going on, was just very disconnected, just didn't seem really all together there, or that she was really herself. And that actually went away right after surgery. And so our first theory was that it was pain induced, because when your body is in significant pain or neurological pain, it can affect you cognitively and can make it difficult for you to focus. You can have a really hard time just processing what's happening around you. But in this particular case, immediately after surgery, she would have been in much more pain than she was prior to. So we think that it was not related to pain. Within the last month or so, a lot of these episodes have started coming back, and now they're increasing in frequency and how frequently how long the episodes are lasting. So we've been in touch with neurology over that. They're going to do some tests, but they believe that it's probably epilepsy. So far we hadn't really noticed any tonic-clonic kind of seizures where there's jerking and muscle spasms of any kind. It seemed to be more absent seizures where she's just awake but not really aware of what's going on around her, and she's not responsive to people touching her. So we're just watching that really closely. We were told to start weaning off her medication that she's been on, which we were using for pain blocking. It was a neuro pain blocker, but it also is used to help block seizures. So yesterday was her first day off the medication. And Charlotte had some kind of episode of something in her sleep. Her bed was shaking at one point in the middle of the night, and she was making inaudible noises, wasn't awake, and it stopped on its own. But her doctor believes that it's likely was a seizure, so we have to go back on the medication. They think that through weaning her off, that maybe that there was a buildup and that it just kind of caused the seizure to happen. So we don't know for sure that that's what it is, but it definitely is pointing more towards signs of epilepsy than anything else. So that's kind of what we're pursuing. That's not the end of the world. It's just another thing that we kind of have to work through with her, and definitely to rule out that there's not some underlying inflammation in her spinal cord or her brain, which at this point I don't think anyone's ready to jump to conclusions on that from that. But they were going to push out the EEG just to kind of give her space in between these big tests. But due to this episode, they are pushing it up. So we should be having the EEG done somewhere right around when her MRI is being done, maybe even the same day, since she'll already be under sedation. So that's what's going on there. Otherwise, she's looking really good, guys. She's healing so well. From just the surgery, her neck looks great, the incision looks great. We feel like we're seeing more and more of her. In fact, the other day when we were in a meeting with one of her behavioral ABA therapists, we were discussing some of the challenges that we were working through with her just on a behavioral side of things and social side. And for the first time, I think it just dawned on all of us that what we were seeing was really just more normal things that you would see with a child on the spectrum than actual medical complications, which is awesome. That's a huge relief, as funny as it is to say that, because I feel like for the first time we're seeing more and more of Charlotte. And so now we're getting this opportunity to almost become reacquainted with who she is and how we can understand her and help her. So it's all good things. Obviously, there's some stress with like this whole is she having seizures and stuff, but that's such a minor thing to deal with in comparison to all of the concerns that we've had up to this point. So we still don't know where she is in terms of like the growth of the syrinx, but we will know soon. In a couple weeks, we have that MRI. So until then, just sit tight. We keep praying that, you know, things will work out the way that they need to, and that the doctors will have the information they need to help her continue to get better. And I will let you know what the results are from the MRI. So you guys have a great day. Bye.